Now, it tells us, now the lords of the Philistines gathered to offer a great sacrifice to Dagon their God and to rejoice. And they said, our God has given Samson, our enemy, into our hand. Verse 27 tells us, now the house was full of men and women, all the lords of the Philistines. That is super important. All the lords of the Philistines were there. On the roof, there were about 3,000 men and women who looked on while Samson entertained. Imagine the picture. It's what is being expressed to us in the scriptures. For about 20 years, Samson has been a thorn in the side of the Philistines. Everything in which they do, he single-handedly, we know, because the Spirit of God was working and specifically using him to thwart the Philistines, they could not overcome. If they gained territory, he went and he tore it up. If he went somewhere, they would be jealous. If he went somewhere and he wanted the best woman there, he got her. Everything in which Samson did overthrew what the Philistines were doing for 20 years. Yes, they controlled all of Israel, but they could not get their hands on Samson. But lo and behold, after 20 years of them worshiping the god of Dagon, offering sacrifices to the god of Dagon, participating in prostitution for the god of Dagon, doing all these things to the god of Dagon, God that they worshiped was faithful. Or so they seem to believe. So now, could you imagine, after 20 years of a group of people wanting one thing, to free themselves of this one person, and he is now in their custody, what type of celebration do you think they had? Bigger than any Mardi Gras that you could ever see. Bigger than any party on New Year's Eve that you could see. Everything in which they would have done in their culture that meant good news or a celebration, they participated in. Have that picture in your mind. These people believe that they were absolutely 100% in total control and victory over the God of Israel. And they worshiped the idol that they thought brought victory. But it gets better. Verse 30. And Samson said, let me die with the Philistines. Then he bowed with all his strength, and the house fell upon the lords and upon all the people who were in it. So the dead whom he killed at his death were more than those whom he had killed during his life.